You know, there have been a lot of people that have been trying to teach you lessons your entire life, right? Started out with mom and dad, just trying to repeat the lesson over and over again, right? Like, do your work and your little chores here first before you go out and play. Do your work in school before you go hang out with your friends and play. Finish your work at home before you leave mom and the kids and go out and play, right? And all these lessons over and over, the same ones, right? Just waiting for that one moment where it sinks in and you just really get it. And of course, since we've, been ignoring those lessons so much of our life, it takes a very special moment. It takes a moment where sometimes we're feeling a little desperate, where we're stuck at a moment where maybe the stakes are high. And then maybe at that moment, we get it. We learn the lesson. Maybe when our marriage is on the line, we learn not to lie. When our kid isn't acting like themselves and they seem a little stressed out and a little distant, we learn they need more of our time and our attention. When we ruin a relationship with a friend, we learn that, hey, it can't always just be about me. When you're depressed and discouraged and you feel like you're just trapped, then we learn that we need help. When we have so much on our shoulders and we just can't carry the load for everybody, we learn that we were never meant to do that. That's Jesus' job. And sometimes when we mess up really big, it's at that moment that we learn that Jesus doesn't stop loving us when we mess up. And when we get to that point where maybe we're just so confused at what's going on around us and we really can't see clearly the way forward, then we learn that God is going to care for us no matter what. Have you learned those lessons? Have you? Well, I tell you, if you haven't, you will. Because learning those lessons will never go away. We are talking a lot about that Easter day, and it's sort of like we're just hanging there and trying to understand the things that God is teaching us. And on Easter day, the closest followers of Jesus on that day and in the few days after, at that time, they learned the most important life lessons. They learned lessons that reach so deep inside of them. And the Bible is just laying it out there and letting us see it. And you know why? Because God hopes that we'll learn those lessons too.